All right. Um, like I said at the beginning of the week, I hope that you guys really got the opportunity to enjoy this one. Like I said, this is one of the weeks that I put in there so that we can try to have some fun with it for people who don't necessarily relate to all of this. Um, and I did very particularly place this one. I know that we're coming off of some heavy medieval stuff last week. Um, Next week, we're getting into some kind of Renaissance era stuff that gets a little bit more unnecessarily cerebral. Um, so I wanted a chance to take it a little bit lighter. This is also just my reminder, here we are at the end of week 6, which means we've only got a couple weeks left. Um, you are going to have a final paper due at the very end of the semester. Um, and I just don't want it to catch anybody off guard. It's not meant to be difficult, but it is meant to uh, take some time and some thought. So you might want to start working on that one now, where we're going to be comparing um, at least 3 different works that we've done this semester, or works from 3 different units throughout the course of our semester, under the guise of those 3 classical virtues, so courage and compassion and contemplation, and looking at why a particular uh, cultural value or cultural virtue is going to be important for somebody in a given role. And again, we've been talking about those roles in the discussion board every week. I know you've got a pretty good handle on them at this point. And my recommendation as you start thinking about that one, if you've got an idea, feel free to shoot me an email with like the one that you're thinking about doing and some of the examples you're planning on using. 100% fine. But I do recommend not choosing the obvious one. Like, warriors should be courageous. Well, yes, obviously they should. Caretakers should be compassionate. Yes, that's kind of a given. Um, but if you can push it a little bit more towards some of the less obvious ones, then it tends to result in a better paper just because it requires a little bit more thought, not more work, just more thought on your part. And it tends to be a little bit more interesting for you guys to write, which I have found makes the actual papers more engaging for me to read as well. So just something to kind of keep in the back of your mind as we do our readings for the next couple of weeks. Um, that's going to be it's going to be something useful to have up there. Anyway, I will see you next week so we can start talking about Renaissance.